everybody, my name is Navaneethan and I will be presenting my presentation about the residential school. What are some instances of the Canadian government not respecting the human rights of a group of people? I will use questions to support that questions. Who are the people that started the residential schools? The people who started the residential school were the Canadian government. What are the human rights? It's a right that has belonged justifiably to every person. Where did the Canadian government give the sincere apology to the First Nations? Stephen Harper gave the apology in Ottawa, Ontario. Why were the residential schools created? It's because the Canadian government wanted them to blend in with the Euro-Canadian culture. How did the Canadian government not respect the human rights of a group of people? They never respected the human rights of those people. This is because they took children away from their home and brought them to residential schools. They abused the students. They cut off their hair and removed clothing. They give harsh punishments, and they forbid them to speak their own language and pray to their own God. Now I'll be talking about the First Nations perspective. They took children away to join the residential school. You can see in this photo that Thomas More, before and after his entrance to Regina Indian Residential School, Saskatchewan, 1874. You can see before he's wearing religious clothing and after where he's not. You can see in this photo that the Canadian government changed their personal appearance to Thomas More. About 150,000 attended and about 60,000 died. The Métis and Inuit weren't allowed to speak their own language. If they did, they would get punished. A lot of sincere punishments have happened to the First Nations. They weren't even allowed to pray to their own God. Part 3. The Canadian government's perspective. The Canadian government did this because they wanted the First Nations to blend in with the Euro-Canadian culture. They thought they did the right thing. That's the Canadian government's perspective. Thanks for watching.